Hello and welcome back. Charlotte here with a video for the Little Paper Tree, and today I'm making a quick, clean and simple masculine card using products from Catherine Pooler and Altenew, both of which are stocked at the Little Paper Tree, and I will have links down below to the products I have used if you'd like to purchase any of them. I'm going to start off by creating my focal panel. So I have a piece of Neenah Solar White. This is the 80-pound version. And I'm going to place that into my MISTI, and I'm going to be stamping it with the Catherine Pooler BFF background stamp. If you want to see more examples with this, including one I did which was partial stamping and masking of it, that will be linked in the top right hand corner. As this background stamp will cover the entirety of my panel, which is cut to 3 by 4¼ inches, I'm using a piece of rolled up washi tape underneath it to hold it in place in case I need to restamp. The reason I use the washi tape is because I can't use my magnets to hold it in place. I'm using Altenew ink for my stamping, and I chose to use Dusk, which is a nice blue. So I'm going to ink up all over my stamp. Actually, I wouldn't really have needed to ink the whole thing because the panel is so much smaller than the stamp, but I wasn't entirely sure which section I needed. Once I have it fully inked up, I will close the door of my MISTI and press that down onto my piece of paper. I have removed the foam mat from my MISTI because this is a red rubber stamp and they are thicker than your clear stamps, so you don't need the foam mat inside. I'll press firmly all over the stamp to try and make sure it stamps properly, and then open up again, and there are 1 or 2 places that didn't quite take properly, so now I'm going to ink up my stamp again, and now I can actually see exactly what area I need to stamp because I can see where the ink has come off the stamp and where it hasn't. Once I'm happy with that, I'll remove the panel from my MISTI, and I got my craft mat out because I'm going to be doing a little ink blending. For my ink blending, I'm using Ocean Waves, which is in the same family of colours from Altenew. If you're familiar with Altenew inks, you can buy them in sets of 4, which are designed to go together, and this Ocean Waves is the next colour down from the Dusk, so they do go well together. And I'm just using a makeup sponge, but you could use an ink blending tool here, and I'm putting my colour on the outside edge so it's most intense to the edges of the panel, and then fading to white towards the centre. And this card really is very, very quick to make. In total it took me less than 15 minutes to make this, and that was even with not being entirely sure what I was doing as I went along because I changed my plan partway through. Once I'm happy with my ink blending, I'll take my craft mat away. At this point I was thinking I was going to be in portrait, but actually once I decided what sentiment I wanted to use, I ended up flipping around and having it in landscape. This stamp is not really directional, so it doesn't matter which way around you have it. I pulled out an Altenew stamp set to add my sentiment, and this is Superscript. I think we don't have this one in stock at the moment, though we do have the coordinating dies, but you could use any sentiment you like here. I think something that has a bold scripty sentiment works particularly well. I decided to use the word awesome, and I'm going to pair it with the UR, which is a bit smaller. So I've put the panel back into my MISTI, and this time I do have the foam pad back in because it's a clear stamp. So then I'm going to ink up my stamp with jet black ink, which is also an Altenew ink. And I like the jet black ink because it does give a nice crisp impression. And once I am happy with that, I will add in the little extra part of my sentiment so it reads "You are awesome," which I think is a nice encouraging sentiment, and you could use this for any occasion. I think it obviously works as an encouragement card. You could use it as a congratulations card. I think you could also use it as a birthday card if you want. I'm going to just adhere the panel onto my card base, and this card base is also Neenah Solar White, but it's the 110-pound version, and it's cut to standard A2 size, which is 4¼ by 5½ inches. I've put foam tape onto the back of my panel, and I'm just using the grid lines on my mat as a guide to help me work out exactly where to place it. And then it's just a case of pressing it into place, and that completes the card. As I said, all the products I have used will be linked down below to where you can find them on the Little Paper Tree store. If you use the code Charlotte10, which I have written on screen and in the description box as well, you can save 10% off your first order from the Little Paper Tree. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you will press the like button, which is down below, and if you didn't like it, then the dislike button is right next to it. You can subscribe to my channel and the Little Paper Tree channel as well if you haven't already by pressing the buttons on screen, and there's also another video on screen that you may enjoy if you want to see more from us. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye!